All right. Welcome to the motherfucking show.
Welcome to the show, bitches.
Welcome to the motherfucking show. Oh, we're done with the music?
Oh,
that was getting me jacked up. We gotta keep going with that shit.
I don't, can we?
The introduction brought to you by Blink-182.
Yeah, Blink all up in ya.
Yes.
I don't know what this is, but I like
ever.
it.
Angels and Airwaves has a new song out also, but I prefer the Blink song.
Welcome to episode motherfucking 7 of Wildly Uninteresting. I'm your host, Adam.
Sting.
This is Sting. This is Sarah.
Hi.
Sarah Ashby, the wife. My wife.
Yeah.
The one and only.
Hi.
This is Ian Brock.
Ian
The
fucking Brock.
motherfucking man.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
Hey.
I'm alright, I'm living. How are you?
Oh, you know what? It's been a fucking week, and I'm ready to chill out, do a podcast.
Yeah,
you
dude,
know.
you seem excited. I like this.
I am jacked. I'm back. I'm
You
jacked
have
about the
energy.
fucking
Energy, bro.
I'm fucking jacked. So we come to this fucking podcast with no topics. We had
Lovely.
something. We had
I sent a long-winded thing, and then you guys were all about something, and then I forgot.
well,
and
I read it now.
Jeff Bezos wants us to live in space on little
yeah.
things.
Are you down with that?
Of course I'm
Oh, and
down
like
with
little
that.
little
That's very
pods.
specific.
Yeah,
Live
like
in space on little things.
On little things, like instead of
Little
moving to
things.
like moons and other planets, like he wants to have like little, I don't know, self-sustaining things
Like
set up.
plateaus
Yes.
of life.
Well, you know, it's like whenever you're playing a video game and you have to hop around on the little chunks of land to get
Yeah.
across to the crevice or whatever. Yeah, he wants space crevice filler.
I don't know why, but that to me is a plateau. That's exactly what I thought of when I said plateau, was just the floating land bit.
All right, well, we have to call it something a little different because it's in space.
Floating land bit.
Floating land bit.
Floating land
So,
bit.
In
yeah,
space.
the Amazon guy wants us on the floating land bits.
The Amazon guy is he is richer than God and
He's
the
not.
Pope.
You know,
Is the Pope rich?
that's blasphemy.
No, no way.
Don't you talk about my God being poorer than Bezos.
Is the Pope? Is he rich? That I never looked into what's the salary for the Pope.
Well, I don't
that's
think there's really
that's a
salary.
deal breaker
It's
for
like
me.
you just get to live in your own country.
Oh
Or
yeah,
whatever it is.
so you pretty much get to run shit in your own country.
Yeah.
Which I know the Pope and the Catholic Church and shit. But did you know the Vatican City is its own?
It's like
entity?
a sovereign nation.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I said he gets to live in his own country.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I get it.
I wasn't just being a dickhead.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He runs shit, man. Like, I mean, what he says is law.
So do you think he has any slaves or
for sure.
indentured
That's what we
servants?
call
as they may call
congregation.
it?
Yeah, his congregation are definitely slaves.
Fuck tithing 10%. Bring me those grapes.
Yeah, and little children. And the
And
little
there's
boys,
children,
too.
yes.
And your little boys,
I
too.
feel like the Pope doesn't fuck kids.
Come on.
On record, he
Come
doesn't.
on.
The current Pope,
Come on.
he doesn't fuck kids.
Yeah, he does. He definitely... He at least puts his finger in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At least the
Dabbles
last one,
in the
like you
touching.
knew that he did it, and he'd
Yeah.
do it like in like a blood ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
But the current Pope, he's a little undercover about it.
You hear me drinking over here?
Yeah. Sounds
We didn't do our
delicious.
intro as usual.
No, we did a different one. We did a Blink-182 intro.
Skibbity skibbity bop
Skibbity
bop
bop bop
bop
bop.
Bum bum.
Scatty
You
pop
know?
pop.
Wildly uninteresting. Ing. See, there we go.
He's quaking.
Quaking, baby. So, we were talking earlier about the church, not like right then,
Yeah,
but like earlier
like
in the
actually
day.
earlier,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not like previously. We were talking about the church, and what the fuck were we talking about the church about? We were saying some shit about the church.
I don't know.
Damn, dude, we lost that one quick.
If we didn't record
I wasn't
this shit, I
there.
wouldn't know.
What we were saying was about like the worst people in church,
Oh yeah.
hypocritical, and like giving me, I'm just gonna say I or we or them, giving other people shit for the things they're doing in life, and for them cussing, or for them doing just outrageous things, and then being hypocritical because in their past there's a lot of
Stuff they'd rather forget.
right. And I just don't get how any of us can can judge any of us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You're not
You
supposed to, is the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
People
point.
just do it.
As much as I
And even
like,
Tupac knew that.
Right?
You know?
Oh,
As-
rest in peace, Tupac's mom.
Rest in peace. I say even Tupac like he was an idiot. He was a bright guy.
Even Tupac knows.
Yeah. Even that stupid rapper fellow.
Fellow.
as much as I know, like that in the Bible it says that like being homosexual is wrong and all that, right?
Well,
Don't you think a
That's
bigger
that's
point
interpretation.
to get from the Bible is to not judge people and to love everybody, and that's a bigger point than
it depends
fuck
upon
those
what part you
homosexuals,
read.
you know?
I think that the biggest thing to get out of it is that stuff sucks and that you have to sacrifice
Right?
if you want anything of value.
Yeah.
But
That's a terrible
Yeah.
way to look at life. Like it's just gonna suck. You gotta sacrifice everything.
No, because what
It's
it is-
reality.
I'm gonna say what it is putting forth action for what you want out of life.
you know how this
Oh,
broad
well,
is
yeah.
about
Yeah.
action.
Yeah,
I think
she loves that action.
I do.
cuz.
Well, because that's
I
what
know.
it is. But looking at it like that rather than saying sacrifice, because it does sound worse when you say
Oh, yeah, it's
sacrifice.
terrible.
But I mean, everyone knows
mean,
that
it is.
you have
Nobody
to
wants to
give,
give up anything.
stuff up to have like the ultimate
Well,
goal, whatever it is.
I can hop on board with that, like giving up. I can sacrifice for it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how much are you willing to sacrifice for what payoff? Like, okay, say you were touched as a kid
Like by an angel or a perv.
by a perv,
Okay.
right? And
Angelic
then
perv.
you had like alcoholic parents,
Right.
and then say fuck, I don't know what else. You flunked out of high school and shit, or maybe that's your own fault. But anyways, how much are you willing to take in life for what payoff? You know what I mean?
Well, you have to set your own payoff.
Well,
Right.
in all of those things, it's not like you chose to do those working towards a bigger goal. Those things occurred in life.
Right.
So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, but
I
I
feel
guess,
like.
Oh, you're saying like my personal sacrifice and stuff like that. But I'm talking about,
Right.
isn't there a story in the Bible where he put the one guy through all that hell?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes,
he gave him
Job.
disease
Job,
and shit.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so he gives him disease
Took
and
his
all that. and he's
kids,
like,
family,
yeah,
wife,
But that
all
was to
that.
test his faith.
But isn't that a bullshit excuse me for
Your
fucking
fucking
thinking
God
this.
did it, not mine.
I'm just thinking that's a fucked up way to be like, well, he's always going to worship me. Let me prove it to you, devil.
Right.
And do this.
Yeah.
That's what kind of person does that to another person? Just to be like, hey, see, I told you.
God.
Like to prove a bet with, I bet he's going to do this. That's some
Most
childish
definitely.
shit.
It is. It's real fucked up for sure.
I mean, it makes sense though in the long term if you consider the eternal payoff.
I'm going to say it is eternal life and happiness.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you suffer here
they
for
sure
like
about that?
70 years,
Well, that's the point, is that's what
Yeah.
it says. So that's the belief.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the word.
I'm not
You know.
saying it's my belief
The
by any
word.
means, but that is what it's saying. All these things occur, but it's okay because in the end, you have eternal happiness.
Right.
Yeah. It seems like
Yeah.
if you accept the premise of eternal life after this, then whatever happens on earth, who gives a
Doesn't matter.
shit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like
Fuck
that trip I had when I was like, laying on the couch. I was stuck on the couch. Let me just put it that
You
way.
were the couch.
Yeah, and I thought about somebody coming in and killing me, and the trip
Right.
started going bad,
And then they just didn't kill you.
Yeah, well, not only, I was like, I became okay with the fact, I'm like, well, if they come in and kill me while I got the headphones on and I'm up tripping and whatever, if they come kill me, then I'm just dead, and then I don't have to worry about it,
So
because
be
then I'm
it.
dead.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it.
I'm absolved of effort.
Right. So
Yeah.
I think that's, that plays into it. Like,
Most
you just don't
definitely.
give a fuck what happens here, because this is one plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
There's eternal.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I can believe in that, though, that we're on a plane of existence after this. I'm not saying there's something spectacular after it all, but
There better be.
You
Different realities.
yeah.
Was that string theory? Where everything.
wake
Yeah,
up in
there's some
another
string
body.
theory shit there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if you died and could
That
come
was
back
in your
as
thing.
anybody,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who would you come back as? Not who. Like, if
Well,
you
you did
died
say
JFK.
who.
and could do it all over again,
Yeah.
who would you be?
Would I have to live out their life as they did, or would I have my own choices?
Your own
Be
choices.
like you as a new.
As a
them.
no, yeah.
I
Your
feel
own
like it would
choice.
just be me, but I'd look like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Would you do
Right?
anything different? Ooh,
Me too.
yeah. His sister looks creepily.
Yeah, like he got all
That
the
bitch
good
is
genes.
rough. Yeah.
She is rough, dude. She looks like she's 80, but I don't think she's.
Well,
she's
you
like
know
say
how
80.
She looks 80, bro.
Well, okay, 75.
Yeah, her eyes sag and shit.
5 years is important.
You know how some sisters will look exactly like their brothers, but with like long hair and makeup? She doesn't even look like that.
No.
She's like her own creature.
I
Yeah.
usually tell people, like, whenever they ask how you look, I'm like, well, she looks like me, but without a beard.
Most definitely.
I think what makes you look more alike is the glasses. I have to say, if you take your glasses off,
That's just
kinda
prejudice.
you kind of look Mexican.
I've been told Asian, but I'll
I can
accept.
see.
But
You
what,
looked like a Mexican baby.
what are Mexicans but
Ooh.
Asians of the South?
Yeah. Oh.
Correct. Everybody growing up said I look a lot like my brother, and I don't see that.
Not even when you were little did you all look alike. The only person in your family I've ever seen that you look similar to is your grandpa. On your mom's side.
I look a lot like my
Yeah.
papa.
Papa.
My friend Carmen,
Shout out to Papa.
she was adopted, and
Neil,
she
sorry.
but she has a sister, and people always would tell her that she looks like her sister.
Uh-huh.
But they didn't know that they weren't actually like blood.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So it's like, what you guys are just saying that because they're family.
you gotta love
I
that.
thought that was kind of funny.
I used to work with a guy at UPS who was adopted, and I didn't know this at the time, but he showed me a picture of him and his family. He looked just like them. I mean, it's like he, I don't know, like grew to look like them. Like they had the same kind of like face shape and everything.
Maybe
So
the
you say he was
same
adopted?
Maybe the same
Wow.
family that put him up for adoption, like they
Adopted
did it in a
him.
fit of rage, and then they adopted him once they came down. They're like, man, we got rid of our child. We better make up for it. Let's adopt another one.
It makes me wonder if, which obviously genetics can't change, but if it's like the mannerisms and stuff. But even in a picture, I mean, the guy looked like his family.
Damn, that's crazy.
But they say, owners their pets and their owners look the same.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder, because you spend so much time together, like you begin to look alike.
Yeah.
Is it?
It
what
makes
is that?
sense.
Same
Yeah.
theory, like physically speaking, when a bunch of women get together and then you have like an alpha.
Yeah.
Whoever the alpha is in the group, the women match
You're
up
welcome,
to that
ladies.
lady. You know what I mean?
Queen bee.
I mean, that's a physical change.
Yeah.
So
very
why
much
wouldn't
so.
facial features change?
I guess that's true.
If I
Yeah.
spent that much time with a fucking pet, though, I'd lose my mind. Well, probably I'd be
We
a
do.
crazy cat
I was
person.
thinking you have two.
I
Yeah.
got two, but I mean, we don't like.
And the
you know what I
lizard.
mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's always she's always hiding though.
She don't
Fucking
like us.
lizard.
No, she
I
likes
caught
us
that
a lot.
motherfucker. I caught that lizard like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
5 fucking years ago.
And she's been imprisoned ever since.
Yeah, every time we go to spray her or give her food, she tries to jump
She's
out
like,
of the cage. She's
up
like,
there.
she remembers her old life, and she's like, "You fucking, motherfuckers," and she wants out.
We've been talking about letting Miss Alfonso go.
Yeah,
He said
That's a
that
good
if
name.
I didn't know it was a girl, so I was like, "Ooh, yay, Alfonso!" The day that he caught her, I said, "Yay, Alfonso!" And then she laid an egg. Okay, yay, Miss Alfonso.
which by the way, I didn't know lizards lay eggs, but they do,
What
which
did
is
you
crazy.
think they did?
I don't know, but what
Call
if
the
women
store.
laid eggs? Like, think about
That'd be
humans.
awesome.
What if they laid
Abortions
eggs?
would be easier.
Yeah, they
Birth
just
would
crack
be
the egg
easier.
and be like, "Sorry, man, the egg cracked. What
Mm-hmm.
can I do? I rolled over on the egg and it cracked."
I'm a heavy
Ooh,
sleeper.
I
in
haven't
your
seen
head though, is it popping out in the egg? Is it a full grown baby, or is it just like a fetus that kind of comes to
they have to,
term
like,
in the egg?
incubate.
Because I pictured like a full grown baby,
yeah.
in an egg. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
Most
that would
definitely.
hurt way more.
Oh yeah, damn it.
in a baby.
It would be much better if it would come out as a fetus.
Plus, if there was any
Ooh.
justice in the world, it would be a spiked egg.
I think it's interesting that
Because women deserve pain.
babies.
Yeah,
in,
like the birthing process isn't bad enough. Let's put spikes on the eggs.
Let's make it
I
worse
find
to
it-
reduce the population.
I find it
Yeah, right.
interesting that in the animal kingdom, that most of their babies pop out and they can walk and they can feed themselves and they can do that. But humans are more advanced than animals. And when we pop out, we can't do a fucking thing. We slobber all over everything. We puke, we shit, we cry. We don't know what to do.
Sounds like some adults.
Yeah. I know some of those
you
people.
could compare it to building houses, because then when you could put up like a designer home, like a model home or whatever, and you could build that shit quickly.
Right.
It's off the ground.
Yeah.
But if you want like a complex, intricately wired custom house that's human, that takes a little longer.
Yeah.
I guess you could
But-
look at the lifespan as well. Most animals, for the most part, they don't live super long, and humans live, there's some people who are 114 years old, so we have more time to, I don't want to say gestate, but, grow
Yeah.
into being.
You know what's shitty though is that they say that we finish our development at like 25. So after 25, after fucking 25,
It's all downhill.
there's nowhere to go but down.
You plateau.
What the fuck? What kind of world is it? And by 25 is when you finally figure out, I kind of know myself. I kind of know what I want to do in life. And
Yeah.
you're either getting out of college or you're getting out of your trade.
Or
and
prison.
You're going to, or prison. So what do you know what I mean? Now it's all downhill. After I figured all this
Right.
world out, now I got to go downhill and fucking wait to die.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
If that doesn't speak to the cruelty of life, I don't know what does.
It's very cruel. That's the sacrifice.
Hey, you know what you want to do now? Fuck
well.
yeah. Get to dying.
Time to die, motherfucker.
It's like, hey,
Ooh.
I finally know what I want to cook for dinner. But the stove's broken.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Give me blue balls for food, man.
What the fuck?
Oh, like,
No,
I
he's
want food, I
not
want
like
food, I want
hoarding
food.
for food.
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
No,
blue balls for food.
Okay, I thought you were gonna eat blue balls
Oh, I will.
for food. It's like that's a desperate level. Like I'll never reach.
So,
You're like, feed your husband.
how much money would I have to pay you, Ian? Speaking to another man, to put a dick in your mouth. No. To
How much you got?
kiss the head of a dick.
Oh, not much.
Really? Hold up.
It depends on whose it is, though.
Oh.
And is it filmed? What's the purpose of
No,
this?
no filming. There's
Okay.
never any filming in that. But you
No,
get
it's-
money for it. So, I was at a party one time, and all these people were like, yo, we'll give you... There was the gay guy at the party, which I was friends with, and I didn't mind. And they were like, yo, we'll all pitch in $100. So I think at the time it would have been $1,500 to me.
Deal.
Done,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So I was thinking the only thing that kept me from kissing this dude's dick is my brother's look of disapproval and just like disgust. And at the time that mattered to me. So I was like, I rethought it. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to kiss it. But in any other circumstance, I'd kiss the head of a dick. Because I can wipe it, don't judge me.
It's literally
I do it.
like,
Yeah, you just gotta kiss it.
Yeah.
You don't gotta smell it. You ain't gotta do. Hold your breath. Give it a little peck on the dick.
give it a little peck.
On a peck on the dick.
Good morning.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. So how much would it? $1,500 would be
Oh,
okay
absolutely.
with you?
1,500.
sure.
Yeah.
I feel like $200.
I was thinking, yeah, like I would start the bargaining at 1,000.
Yeah,
Which
see how it
1,500
goes.
now seems great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, started at 1,000.
I'd have done it for that. I would have done it right then. The only thing, the way my brother looked at me, I was like, he's never gonna get that
Fucking
image out
brother.
of him. But I was half fucking drunk anyway, so I was like, fuck it, dude.
He
I'll
was
do
just
it.
embarrassed because he really wanted to
He
kiss
wanted
it.
the fucking
Yeah,
kiss.
he
He
was
was
like,
they
I
offered
want to
him.
kiss this dick. I've been thinking about it all night.
Dick.
See, I feel like Sarah would be excited to watch me do that.
I
And then like your joy, though, I would kind of have in the back of my mind, if I don't do this, it's gonna crush her. I'm out
Exact opposite of
$1,500,
it.
but she's gonna hate it, so maybe I won't do it.
Soundbite. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it is nice to stick it to people, though. Mm-hmm. Whenever that you could see that they're gonna get excited about something, and you just pull the rug out from under it.
Gotcha. Hey, another thing that I'm thinking we should talk about is the fact that female comedians, I love them. I love females. I love ladies. I have nothing against them.
Don't even put it
No,
that
no.
way. There are like 3 good ones.
Well, yeah, but what I'm getting at is they need to stop females who are getting into the entertainment business or comedy or stand-up comedians. Is that they need to
Comics.
stop fucking
Talking
like
about
joking
their
about their
vaginas.
vagina
Yeah.
being stinky or putting stuff in them or all that.
Yeah.
Like that was funny for all of like
Never. It was
a
never
year.
funny.
It was funny the first time.
it's like Chelsea
It's-
Lately or anybody like that. They joke about their vaginas being stinky and being alcoholics.
It's
And that's
only
all I got.
funny if it's in an appropriate setting. Every once in a while, it can be humorous talking about your vagina. But the
Yeah.
reason that dick and balls are funny is because dick and balls are funny.
Are always
It
funny.
would be
It's
kind of
just
funny,
funny.
though, if a chick hopped up on stage. It's like, oh, I just flew in, and boy, is my pussy stinky.
Ooh, I haven't heard that one yet. That would be a
But
good opening.
I don't know, though. It's funny coming from you, but you're not
Right.
a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
you're
just
funny.
figure, it kind of circumvents expectation. You're like, oh, here we go with this
Oh,
wing
that's fucking
joke.
shit,
Right.
But then
man.
wings, you could tie that into the pad.
The pads and tampons. But,
that
it's
shit
just
doesn't
not...
need- oh, shit. It
it's
doesn't
just
need to be
not
talked
funny.
about.
That's
It's
like
not
the
funny.
comedians talking about the difference between black people and white people.
I'm tired of that one, too.
Yeah.
If they're black, they talk about white people. If you're white, then you talk about... It's just... This shit's getting old. Like,
Brothers
come up
be
with a new way.
reloading, whitey be running away.
That's it, man.
It's true, but it's not funny.
It's not funny anymore. That one always gets me because it's like an easy target for one race or the other.
It's like
Whoever's
making fun
talking
of
about whoever.
Trump. That
Yeah.
shit's easy.
So
Right.
easy, man. And
fodder.
people, well, who was it I seen on Facebook today where Shock said that we should just get over the fact that Trump is president
Yeah.
and give him a chance. Like the
Well, my
shock of it's
God,
over.
I know. It's been fucking forever already. Can we just move on and like talk
Yeah.
about something else? Talk
I don't know
about
how long he has
fucking
left, but
Tara Reid overdressing for dinner and call it a day.
Yeah, you get. Plus, everybody knows you can never overdress for something.
I know, right?
No.
She was excited. She wanted to feel good about
Yeah.
herself, so she got fancy.
Look good
like-
when you're going out.
Exactly.
Fuck
Tara
what
Reid
people
looks
say.
fucking terrible.
Yeah, she's definitely looking
Did you
raggedy.
see
still
the
let her
picture
get
of her
it.
at the beach and shit, and her
Oh, we
skin's
sat
hanging
and
off
looked at that
for
shit
hours,
for a while.
dude.
She was looking
same
a lot
picture.
better.
For hours. Look how hideous she is.
Oh, we did it for a
I can't
while.
look
We just
away.
couldn't stop. In this one, she's actually looking better. She looks better than she did.
Yes,
She's looking healthy again.
she's.
Oh, nice.
She
Get it,
looks
girl.
like she seems like she'd be a fun lady.
Yeah,
She's
I
like-
agree.
Half of her genetic makeup is truck stop,
Yeah,
but she'd be great.
super white trash, but
Truck
White trash
stop,
is fun.
man.
White trash people could be fun.
I like it. I'm white trash, so I like it.
Oh yeah.
Just white trash enough.
You know, if I was like fucking rich, if I was really rich and shit, I think we talked about that.
Still
I'd be
be white
fucking
trash.
white trash as shit.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
In like boots with my pants tucked into them, with a shirt that had holes in it.
I've
I wouldn't
had
give a
this
fuck.
shirt forever.
I'd feel better
Like dad.
knowing I had all that money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be like, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna be a piece of shit.
I'd wear
You
suits
should
every
just
day.
be like that anyway.
Oh, I am.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna
I'm
say,
pretty
however
much
you
not.
want to be is how you should
But-
be.
Yeah.
If I had two, if I had two pockets in my jacket and a lot of money, I would have two flasks full of Johnny Walker Blue at all times.
At all times.
Yeah.
It's like, who wants some?
It's
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
Let's go to the cigar store and light a fire somewhere.
I don't know. Terry
Talk
Reid is
about
terrible.
economics.
But I did like Terry Reid for a while. You know, with American Pie. Did y'all ever get in those movies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
American
it was
Pie
like,
was a fucking shit, man.
hell yeah, the first three,
Oh,
gold.
gold, yeah.
We went and saw the wedding one, didn't we, in theaters?
Yeah, that
You
was
know
the
that
third
was
one.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was.
a
Okay.
that was the third one
Yeah.
because like after that they were just kind of reaching with, like the band camp.
Well, they had the
and-
spin-offs and
Yeah.
shit. Fuck
I hate that.
those.
and they're like D fucking movies where they suck. I don't
Yeah.
know. They have like one good line.
Yeah. Easy
that's it.
laughs and boobs.
Yeah.
And I
They're
love
like,
boobs.
"Titties."
And easy laughs are easy to write. But
Yeah.
they're not fun to watch.
No, not really.
So what
Uh,
do you think female comedians can talk about and be okay with?
Yeah, how could they fix it?
Well, just don't talk about that. Like write jokes that are
Basically
actually
everything
jokes.
else but vaginas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't, dick and balls, like, okay, when a woman takes off her clothes, what do? You're like, holy fuck. Even women look at them like, damn, she looks good.
Yeah, no one's ever laughed at a woman's body.
No,
Unless she
but-
was fat and weird.
But what do you do when men take their clothes off? Anybody and everybody laughs.
Ah,
It's
jeez,
funny.
put that on.
Yeah. You know, even when like a bodybuilder, big buff fucking, whips his dick out and shit, you're like, that shit's
What part of the
funny.
competition is that?
I know, right? We missed. It's not on
Ah,
television.
No.
he didn't tan his
Not for
dick.
your
He's
eyes.
disqualified.
That'd be awesome. Just ghost dick.
Now, do they tan the dick?
Yeah,
Do they
probably.
tan the situation?
Uh-huh.
They try.
Do they?
It's naturally darker anyway, though. So
Is it?
They may
I've never
just make
paid
it.
attention. I know it is. Like
Do you
probably.
not
when you
have
get-
one?
Yeah. Well, Kinda not. A little bit. I don't know.
They just make it glisteny.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about tanning. It just
Put a
make it
little
shimmer.
oil on it.
His is made of gold coins.
Gold coin.
If you
Everybody.
uppercut it, it makes the Mario coin
That's
noise.
exactly what I heard in my head too. Uh-huh.
I like it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, but I don't know what females could do. I think just write normal ass jokes that everybody does about
Yeah, I
politics or
feel like
religion.
most
or-
female
Yeah.
comedians are like D.
yeah.
When she's being like in the show, when she's trying to be a comedian
trying
and
to
she's
be a
terrible,
comedian.
it's all
Yeah.
sound effects and shit and fart and pussy, and it's
Shit,
just
fart,
not-
and pussy.
But I mean, that's
Very
just
sexy.
shitty comedian
Yeah.
stuff in general.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so.
So you tried comedy a while back.
I succeeded at comedy.
Yeah. And did you enjoy it? How was it? How
I
you thought it
loved
would
it.
be on stage?
I was
Like
a
how
lot
you-
more relaxed than I thought I would be.
You think that was the alcohol, or do you think it was?
No.
You just.
I think
I think because you're on stage a lot.
Yeah.
So-
I feel like that helps.
Yeah.
Being in a band and being in front of people all the time anyway.
But it's weird not to have like other people up there with you, and then be able to, your guitar in front of you.
Everybody else being up there is just for them.
Oh.
Give me a stage and a mic. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Good to go. No, it's I've noticed that like you're a lot more relaxed. and
The
calm.
real problem with it is the writing process.
Oh yeah, it's
It's
tough.
like
man.
you have to start with something, and then it's like, all right, how can I make this funny to everybody? Because I mean, it's easy
There's
to
no
make
way.
myself laugh,
Yeah.
but
You don't know what anybody, and everybody reacts differently. Some people will get fucking mad at what you say and shit. I
well,
guess you can't
fuck
worry
them. I
about it.
welcome that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel
I-
like that would just be inspiration to
Yeah,
continue.
I
Yeah.
love pissing people
Yeah.
off.
Nice.
I would really love to do comedy. I think about it all the time, and that my issue is writing. I've never been good at writing. Like I've been told many times that I'm funny, like
I enjoy it.
in conversation. And I've never had someone tell me I'm not funny. That's
you
for
have.
sure. Who? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
An old
fuck
boyfriend
that.
or
Yeah,
something?
it was the only time I've ever been told that I wasn't funny.
I think he was
ever.
just mad because he wasn't funny.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Gonna beat you down.
But like presenting it in like story format basically is something that I can't grasp because I'm not a writer. I
Right.
can't make everyday things funny, and I'm not good at telling stories.
Paperback writer.
See, I try to not go the story route. Like
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a tough one.
it comes easily
Yeah,
to me, so it's like I want to.
do
I
what's
want to
kind
avoid
of
the
uncomfortable.
easy.
Yeah,
But at the same time, who gives a shit?
So the
People are
story
laughing
one.
and I'm getting paid.
right. Who
So
cares?
the story, telling a story as a joke, you lead up to one punchline. So I found this out because I like to do that. But when it comes to like an open mic night, you only got 3 to 5 minutes depending on where you go, which
Right.
isn't a lot when you're telling a story joke, and you have to get to it before that 5 minutes. So a guy once
Right.
told me, he was
do
like,
the build up and just all right. That's it for me. Like,
Yeah.
no punchline.
so
I
if
don't
you're
have time to finish this.
yeah, if you're gonna do the story or whatever, a guy told me, what was it? What's his name? Eric Kimbrough? Mm-hmm. Yeah. He said, tell jokes within that bigger joke. Make shit funny within that story.
Right.
Absolutely.
That way you give them a little bit of laugh, and then when you get to the end, they're like, oh shit, it all ties together. Look at this, because people love.
Don't you just do that naturally though when you tell stories?
Yeah.
I feel like you
embellish
do.
a little.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
it's different when you gotta write something. Like when I'm just in the moment organically, it's just like fuck, I'm gonna write some shit. But when you write it down and think about it, and then you have it plays in your mind like this is fucking crap.
It's like comedy is like cooking.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's not hard to make something funny once you know what you want to go with.
right.
So I mean, it's just whenever it comes to cooking, I fucking hate deciding what to eat.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah.
me
But once I
too.
know what we're eating, it's like
Good to go. Yeah.
I got it.
let's do this
Yeah.
up.
It's that initial decision for sure.
I want to get back to it now that I got the school out of the way
Yeah.
and all that shit. I'm ready to fucking get back to it. It's just nerve wracking, man. And then when you get in those open mic, they have like crews that hang
very
around each
cliquey.
other. Very clicky. It
Yeah,
is,
but
man.
fuck them.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool though. That's why I didn't tell people about it when I did it because I was
Right.
like, I want to see if
Just
I
go
can
out
make
and do it.
strangers laugh. So if you can make
Yeah.
a clique laugh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say
You're good.
the little clique that was kind of around whenever you were doing it responded to you very well. Your issue is you. You get uncomfortable and in your head and
then I'll start like really like
go. I gotta get it all out at once.
I'll get it all out.
Yeah.
If I slowed it down a bit, I think it'd be a lot better.
Definitely.
But
Yeah, slow the fuck down.
one episode here and then like next episode or next episode after that, we're gonna have a local comedian, Michael Kimberger. Is that how you say the last name?
Kimberger.
Yeah. Does a lot of local stuff.
What?
We're gonna have him on seat 4, fucking interviewing the shit out of him.
4.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Where's it gonna be? Like, where's the seat gonna be?
I don't. I've thought about that.
We were talking about doing it in the living room and moving everything out
So
of there,
it's bigger.
so we've got more room.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. We'll make it work, man.
Yeah,
Don't
we'll make it
fucking
work.
worry about
Don't
it.
you
Well,
fucking
you're not
worry
gonna
about
be
it.
here that day, so he's gonna be in the
You
end
can take the
seat.
day off, motherfucker.
But I want to be here.
No, come
But
here.
yeah, man, we're gonna interview us a local comedian, bring
That'd
some
be
cool.
spice to the, salt, pepper,
Do you think
butter.
do you think we'll be able to get him
whatever.
to say anything provocative?
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I don't know. He's kind of a sweet guy, so maybe not.
He doesn't.
Well, I mean, Adam's a sweet guy, but he'll say fucked up shit.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
true.
he doesn't. I don't know, man. I don't know if I've ever heard him like really cuss. I've heard him cuss here and there. Does he? Does he cuss in his comedy? I can't remember.
I
But
don't know.
But see, even that's totally different.
oh,
Cussing in comedy and cussing in regular life, it could just be a career choice. He's like, no. I want to
Oh,
work
yeah.
clean. That way I
Right.
can do executive gigs and shit.
yeah. I feel like cussing in comedy is kind of like a crutch. I wouldn't be able to do comedy or do something like that without fuck. That's just a part of me is saying fuck and bitch and
I don't know.
Hell nah, man. Ricky Gervais was talking about that shit. He was like, people say that, all you have to do is get up there and cuss and people will laugh. And he's like, well, fuck you then. Get up here and just cuss and make people laugh. See
Right.
how many laughs you get.
That's
Yeah,
not-
exactly.
yeah.
It's not funny. Cussing's not funny. It can be funny when it's used appropriately.
yeah.
It
My
adds some
dad-
emphasis.
When I was growing up, my dad, he was great at fucking telling stories. I loved his stories.
Mm-hmm.
But he would add a fuck here, add a shit there, and a damn. And it made the story 10 times better than it would have been without the shit, damn, and fuck. I loved it.
It's adding some salt and pepper to it.
Yeah.
I've been a cusser from way back, son. You hear
It's
me?
like getting mad at a chef for using spices.
Yeah.
Anybody can
Oh,
make
yeah.
this if they had the spices.
Oh.
Well, what is it without spices, you dumb shit?
Bland as fuck.
It's just bread. It's white people food.
It's white people.
So when you gonna do an open mic again, man?
Food.
You
I
gonna
don't
get
know.
up there and do it again?
I will eventually, but
What
You
up
know,
though?
Get it.
I'm busy with this podcast shit, with the
Yeah.
band shit.
Yeah, you're busy, man.
Now
you got a
we're
lot going
holding you
on.
back.
I have
Now
work.
we're holding up your dreams,
Yeah.
huh?
No, it's weird that you guys are helping me progress through life, but at the same time, I curse you for giving me things to do.
Yeah. Like, now I gotta do some shit.
It's
Because
great.
it's always better doing nothing than it is doing something, even if it's
Oh.
something as simple as spending time with people you enjoy and talking.
Well.
This is still, like not sitting at your house on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm sitting at your house next to a couch.
yeah.
That you can't sit on. Don't think about it.
Don't even look at it.
Don't do it.
Quit it.
Don't look at it.
It's like the llamas don't move. Or are they alpacas?
I think those
they're
are
both.
alpacas. They're both. It's awesome.
They're species fluid.
So I was walking into work today, and I hate birds. That was disgusting.
That was my neck. That was good.
It's my nick. And this fucking bird comes and flies out of the sky. Here's me. This motherfucking bird flies right here. It goes and took off.
What's
Right in
happening
front-
to it?
I don't even know. He flew in like he got all fucked up by the wind, and then he just dipped out. I was like, well, I was alone, of course, and it's
Human lady,
know-
let me pop in next to you, shake it off, and I'm off.
shake it up. It's 4:55 in the morning and dark, and I'm alone. And I said, "What the fuck, dude?"
Maybe he just he was walking home from a party that he was raging at the night before. He's
Oh,
like, "Rah," and he's trying to straighten up so you didn't notice he was doing human things.
You know, dolphins. They're smart.
Very
right?
smart. Yeah.
They do human-like things. They'll do things out of spite and just for
Fun.
fun.
Shits
Like
and
they
giggles.
have
They
their
do.
drug equivalents. Do they have parties?
Almost definitely.
Yeah, I would say so. They gather So a party would
Yeah.
be defined as like just a social gathering, kind of.
With beer.
Yeah.
With beer.
Well-
Like they get out, they go to the store.
I think life
No,
would
they
Beer.
just follow ships that have beer and they just like slap it until some beer falls off.
chew it open.
Let's say whatever they're.
The boat or the beer?
The beer.
Okay. It's like, let's chew this boat open. We're getting all the beer.
No, they do. I think dolphins, because we were watching a documentary that they fucking jump through
What
the
don't
waves.
you guys watch a fucking documentary about?
Man, Netflix is fucking
We
got our
like to
attention.
be learned about things.
But you can't. I don't know
Sorry.
if we can. I don't know if you can trust like what you see in the documentaries on Netflix and shit. Just like anything else, do they overplay it? Do they underplay it? It makes you wonder. Like maybe I should read a book, but then again, how do I know the book is fucking reliable?
I
Yeah.
feel like
You know?
the majority of them are,
Pretty spot on.
Yeah.
I think if anything, a book would oversell it more than a documentary. Because I mean, at least with a
it's written
documentary,
word.
you have image.
Yeah.
Books, they're like, please just pay attention to me. I'll tell you. I'll say anything.
Too
Fluff
many
it up.
details. Yeah. I don't know.
details. I
Want
want
to
to
know
details.
What's your dad's name? You know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Them dolphins are crazy though.
And
Dolphins
dolphins
be
are
crazy.
You remember that scientist that jacked them off?
Oh
for
yeah.
science?
For
He jacked them off
science.
for
It
science.
was. That
Is
was
that what he
part
calls
of-
dinner?
It was a girl.
Right.
Dinner.
That would be. I was working for this lady that she had owned was on a farm, and she was to inseminate the cows and stuff. They didn't just let them fuck. They would jack them off, or they would artificially inseminate these fucking cows, and that was a job on the farm. Just along with doing the milk and all that shit, they were also jerking these fucking cows off and then shooting them into the female cows.
So would you put that on a resume?
You'd
Like,
have
if you're
Professional
looking
cow
for another
jacker?
job. Yeah, like you're trying to work at
I'm putting
you're
that
trying
shit
to
on
work
it.
for Geek Squad.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I used to jerk off cows.
That was my job on the farm.
This guy'll do anything.
Yeah. Always there to make the customer happy.
We'll put him on hard drive duty.
We used to ship animal sperm when I worked at, I don't want to say their name in case I'm not allowed to, but
UPS.
that
Was that one? Was that the one?
Adam will take a bullet.
I'll
Fuck
take
their
one for the
legal
vein,
team.
Yeah.
yeah, you're used to prison. You say it.
Yeah. I'll fucking say it. Shit. Animal sperm.
You know how to get
Where do they
Uh-huh.
ship that in?
It actually kind of looks like a dick. It looks very similar to a mushroom. It's like
Oh,
a
it's
plastic
because that's
container.
what they do. Yeah.
And
They probably inseminate with that.
yeah, it's
thing
like
or
yay
something.
big. I imagine it's got like multiple
Wow, dude.
samples.
like
Yeah.
a 3-foot thing full of jizz and they just like
God.
shake it into an animal.
Oh.
It really is shaped just like a mushroom. It's like bigger on bottom, and then it gets smaller and comes out, and then the top is like a lid. It's got the little like floops on the top to hold it
Yeah.
down, and then it's like rounded. It looks like a mushroom.
Huh. So
which
do
also
dicks.
Looks like a dick. So yeah.
Hey, I was reading a book that it was a Terrence McKenna book,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, and they were saying that the reason why we, began to worship our penises is because they look like the mushrooms that they were partaking in, that gave them
I see
visions
that.
of God and all that. And they were this holy sacrament,
Uh-huh.
and that's why we idolize our penises, is because the mushroom looks,
It's fucking
a
weird.
lot like it. Yeah.
I feel
was
like
a-
maybe that's
maybe I
one
got
of
the
those
theory
times
off.
that
I know, I mean, whatever. I'm not
Yeah.
questioning that. It's
He had
just,
a lot of crazy theories.
It seems reasonable, though, considering it's the only part of our body that we can stimulate and then
Yeah.
get a dopamine kick out of,
Yeah.
Right.
at least that I know of.
at least for men.
Right.
What can women do other shit?
Well, they can't get it up, I guess.
Well, I would
If you flick my elbow,
I would assume that women have more sensual areas than men.
I would say it
I mean,
too.
it would
I think so.
depend on the female, but like
think
neck,
y'all have-
nipples, all
You
that
all
stuff.
have different orgasms too.
Mm-hmm.
You're not the same as us.
Yeah.
I've always heard it. I don't know because
Yeah,
I'm not
well,
a female.
and then I was gonna say because then you have internal and external.
Right. Well, see, I think though that it's because, like you said, that women have more like spots that they can get turned on by, like neck and nipples, all that
nah,
shit, right?
nah. Dudes get turned on by that
Thank
too.
you.
Just
Yeah.
chicks
That's what I
are
was about to say.
lazy.
Yeah.
They-
Like,
right.
all I have to do is just flick your dick and
I swear to God, dude, I was just about to say that. I've never had a
Sorry to
female
steal
ever
your
like
thunder.
kiss my neck and then play with my nipples, and you know what I mean? Like
the
I
good
think
ones
that,
do.
Yeah, I think that men are the same as women. We have the same fucking sensual fucking thing.
Erogenous.
Yeah.
I hate that you said it first.
I know.
Oh, she stole yours. What's up? Teamwork.
Man.
Woo! Ah, too slow. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I guess though, but you're right, because it's the only area that, you know, something happens and then
Right.
releases.
We
I guess
know
like
that it's
kissing
like,
the neck and stuff doesn't release dopamine.
That
Just makes you feel good.
I've watched shit
maybe
about
it
women
does.
that can have orgasms without, you know, they rub their fingers together, some shit. They can have orgasms without any
Pants are
touching
too
or nothing.
tight.
Yeah, it's what they say,
Yeah.
but you know,
What do you think? You think they do? You
I think they're just talking shit.
for attention. They're like, watch me get this orgasm.
Maybe not even attention. They just want to see the thoroughness of the scientific community.
Have you ever tried to fake an orgasm? Like, you know how women are really, really good at faking orgasm. Every
No.
woman I've ever known, which you wouldn't know if they were faking or not. But I'm sure there was a time in my sexual history that, you know, one or two of them were like, "Oh, this is fucking stupid," and they were like, "Well, I'll just fake it so
Or
he'll
they're just
get off
lazy
me."
that day.
No,
Right.
I just finish up more quickly.
Oh yeah. I don't think I.
Are you
I
done?
couldn't
Okay,
fake
good.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think
Yeah.
I can't put forth the effort to fake it because, like, when I fucking come, dude, I look like a retarded baby.
Wait,
Like,
what? Why isn't that condom sagging?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
What
smell
the
your
hell?
dick.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Sex is a weird thing.
Females can fake it though, because most don't have fluid that, like, you know, it doesn't shoot out whenever
Yeah,
you
some do,
orgasm.
though, but
yeah,
not
some,
all.
but majority don't.
And so it's a good job.
Can,
Mm-hmm.
Unless they can fake that too. Then good on
I
them.
was,
Oh,
that's what I
shit.
was gonna ask. Is
Um,
can women who squirt, can they do it without the orgasm?
It's mostly just urine anyway, so they
yeah.
can just
I
explosively
guarantee
pee on
they
you.
can just pee, yeah, on demand. I had
That's
a,
when I became okay with chicks peeing on me.
Oh
Just
yeah.
squirters.
Yeah. I found a squirter. I was like, oh, that's what that is? Okay, you can pee on me.
I haven't met a guy that don't like that.
Just don't get it in
Because
me.
you can visually see, like, you know, we see you have an orgasm and all that shit, but we can visually see what we've done.
Right.
And we're
Yeah.
like, accomplishment.
I mean, it is
you know?
the wriggling, writhing body not enough. You have to have something coming out of the shit.
No.
Because you could just pretend you're being tickled.
Why
Yeah.
don't you just?
Ah, stop
Yeah, but I
tickling.
hate being tickled, and I like orgasms. So
I don't know, man. It's weird.
couldn't you just fuck a dude then if you want to see something come out?
Yeah. Yes, you
Plus,
can.
it'd be easier.
Stop like non-squirt shaming the women in the world. who
Squirt
can't-
shaming.
Yeah, non-squirt.
New,
If you
new
women don't start
hashtag.
squirting, I'm turning gay.
I need to see it.
It has gotten real for sure.
I know, right?
Damn it, man. I don't think I've only had like maybe one or two. They're few and far between. You think there'd be more of them? There's not.
Why would
squirt.
you think there would be more of them?
I don't know. It's like the holy grail of vaginas.
Why shouldn't
that
every
squirt.
cup be a holy grail?
Oh, every cup's a holy
So
grail.
I'm just sufficient.
You're just, you know, average,
You'll
everyday
just
Joe.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that'll do. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
That'll
That
do,
is about-
dry vag. That'll
Right.
do.
Yeah.
You're already 70.
So what did you send me? Because so what I was trying to tell you earlier was that when you send me things, you're very intelligent, and when you send it to me, I'm very non-intelligent or whatever it
Just
is.
read it out loud. It's easier to understand things. If you
No,
read
I'm
it.
telling you. Listen,
I
the
know.
words he
He
uses.
sent it to me.
The words he uses and shit. It's just like I'm like, all right. Well, I have to use a dictionary on some of those words.
Well, see, in writing, I feel like I can do that. But whenever I'm talking with you guys, I just want to
You
say
don't.
dumb shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck articulation.
Yeah, because I think you have more time to think about it when you're writing it down or when you're texting it and
I'm
stuff
just,
like that. Just fuck it.
I have a different kind of focus, though, when I'm by myself.
Yeah, me too.
Whenever
Yeah.
I'm around people, I'm just really external. But whenever I'm by myself, all I do is think.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's,
I don't
I
ever.
guide myself there.
I do, man.
Got
I don't
fucking
know if I.
tumbleweeds in this bitch.
I don't
why-
know if I get lost in thought or what, but when I'm in the truck or driving and I'm alone, man, I think and think and think. And it might be bad for me because I overthink some things and then I underthink some things.
Right.
And man, I just like
So
all
that's
the time.
why like weed and Adderall are awesome.
Oh,
Because it just shuts that shit down.
oh, really?
I can be stupid for a moment.
What is that? What does that feel like? If you had to describe how Adderall and weed feel together, what would it feel like? Oh, you've done it too
Focused.
before.
Yeah.
I guess.
I can just pay attention to shit.
Focused and calm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Just focus it. Well, and because that's Adderall always made me just like not
No,
like
I-
always. Sometimes I
Yeah,
would like
people are
want to
like-
clean and stuff, but most of the time just
Yeah.
kind of sit back and listen to music by myself.
Like I'll actually
Yeah.
listen to people when they talk to me.
Yeah.
And if
most
I have to
definitely.
focus on something that I'm doing, it's like, all right. But I'm not wired. People
No.
talk about it like it's their cocaine.
Uh-huh.
You know, but
Well,
it's like,
and I think the problem is that we have ADHD and we've just never been medicated. That's basically what that means.
Wow, that's fuck. I don't know when cause I back when in my drug days, I could do like
Right.
coke and go to sleep. I could fucking do meth and go to sleep. I could do Adderall and go to sleep. Oh, you can't at all.
Coke,
I don't know what
coke
that
and
is.
meth, I couldn't go to sleep.
Really? Well, meth is a lot harder. You have to really concentrate on sleep, and you might get like an hour or so. But I can do it.
I ate a handful of sleeping pills and I was
Oh,
still just
shit.
going.
Yeah, I remember the
I
first
never
time I
had a
did
problem
coke.
sleeping either.
I was like fucking sweating my ass off, and I'd been doing it all night.
Yeah.
And I had to get up for something the next morning, but I was like drinking beers in a cold shower. I remember that. And I kept grabbing the beer out and fucking just drink it in a cold shower. And eventually I went to sleep, but I didn't get much. Maybe, bruh.
Man.
I think Coke was the only thing I ever really had issues going to sleep on.
Really?
And it was only the last few times, but I think it did entirely way too much was the problem. But usually no, because I didn't like
Yeah. Because I mean, you do.
exceed what you're supposed to take.
Plus, you come down quicker on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once you're coming
a
down,
lot
it's like,
quicker.
fuck it,
All
let's
right,
sleep,
good
man.
to go.
Yo,
Yeah.
coke though, every time on the come down and all that, I always end up fucking highly depressed at the end of it. I'm like, fuck the world.
That's why it's awful.
I'm always okay.
Really?
Yeah.
So it just wears off.
I
and
tend
you're
to
good.
enjoy coming down from things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like,
they come down.
I do not, and that's why I'm a drug addict, because I'm just like, okay, well, this
Boy, I
is
gotta
coming
keep
down.
going.
I need to do
Let's get back up
more.
on
Yeah.
that shit.
Like, I know we just did an 8-ball between two of us, but can we go get another?
Go ahead and do it. Do another
Yeah.
one.
Definitely.
So man, I guess this one. I don't remember the moment. I remember the moment when I was like, "Oh, I'm an addict," but I don't remember the moment where I was like, "I'm just gonna do this the rest of my life."
That's how I feel about sushi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
What
like,
the fuck?
I get 2 rolls,
awesome.
and then like I'm full of shit, but I'm like, I don't want it to end. I want more.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Did you know? Did you see that they found cocaine in the shrimp?
Oh
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
so they found cocaine and ketamine in shrimp.
In
There was
shrimp.
5 different, I guess, species of them that they
Yeah.
tested, and basically what it came down to is that when you flush, all the human excrement was not being gotten rid of properly, and it was going into the fucking water where people then go and catch their shrimp. So
Yeah.
they're just covered in human excrement essentially. And
now
it was
think about how little. Yeah, I mean, compared to all the people and all the feces that goes in the water, how little the amount is of like ketamine and cocaine there, right? Now think about all the shit that we fucking dump, chemicals and plastic and all the trash and shit that we dump in the water we don't give a fuck about. It all leaches into that, and we eat the fish and the animals who partake in that shitty water and fucking. And imagine like what's in our body. This shit on a microscopic level.
Fuck it, man. That's just part of human evolution.
I guess so, man.
It's
What are we gonna
not.
be in?
We're just
30,
going down
40
like a really dirty, gross branch
Right.
of our evolution.
Well, talk about evolution. This is something I brought up to her. This is fucking crazy to
I
me.
thought you were gonna make me talk about it. I was like, that's
No.
all I got.
Tell me.
Make you keep going. But look, so check this out. When I was in high school and when I was in middle school, And maybe it's just because I was in that time period, that's whatever. But I look around at the females, right? And I knew each female because they all had different, they look different, they talk different, they act different. But so I seen my cousin was in high school and shit like that. And
Older
I went to
or younger?
He's a lot younger.
Okay.
Probably by like say 10 years, right?
Yeah.
And I went back and I was looking around at the people, just people watching at a football game. And I noticed that the girls at his age, 10 years, younger, they all look the same. They all look basic as fuck. You can't tell them apart.
Yes.
They all talk the same. They all look the same. Are we evoluting? How would
Evolving.
you say? Are we evolving to not...
Devolving?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, devolving essentially.
Would we be devolving to where we all look...
One basic.
Like alien. Like
Yeah.
how aliens all look like big-eyed, gray and all that. Are we going to that? Is that what's happening?
We could be going to that, but it seems to me more like a self-esteem issue. Like people
Yeah.
are afraid to be individuals now
Oh,
because
yeah.
of social
yeah.
media and shit.
But back in the
You
day,
get made
man,
fun of at school, then
Yeah.
you get made fun of at home. At least
Yeah.
in our day,
Right.
you're
Back
just getting
when-
made fun of at school.
Yeah. Back when I was in high school, I'm sure when y'all were in high school, like it was a thing to be different. Like it was okay. Let's
Yeah.
fucking be weird.
Only kind of.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't like it is
Yeah.
today. Like you get fucking like not only beat up at school and made fun of it, but you're getting bashed on the
hammered.
internet.
Yeah.
And then people that don't even know you around the world are fucking giving you shit, talking about how your face looks fucked and all that. Like it's crazy.
Well, fix your face.
But
Don't look like
pay
everybody
attention
else.
to it.
Just straighten up.
pay attention to it next time you're around younger people, and like Haley and Jada, when you're around their age group and shit, notice that they all look pretty fucking similar. Very basic, very dumb looking.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, I mean, realistically, though, that just kind of makes me think of like the quote unquote preppy people,
Right.
Right.
and they all essentially looked and behaved the same way.
Yeah.
It's just that's the click. Maybe you just happened to see that
Oh,
click because
the
you said
one
it was
click.
it was at a game, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, like the individuals aren't going to games, and if they are, they're under the benches doing drugs and like fingering each other.
Yeah. Finger blasting
So,
each other.
I wonder though if like our faces at that age, because your face shape is still growing and changing, and when you're that age, what if all the kids did look the same?
That's
just
what I'm
didn't
saying.
notice
You wouldn't have known
Yeah,
because
what
we
if
were
the
part
same
of it.
stud was knocking up the whole town?
Right. It's just there's a whole lot of babies from one dad.
Got a lot
Like
of
900 kids.
got a lot of Bradshaw blood in this town.
That's what I was saying to you, is that like maybe it's because we were in that moment and we're like, oh, well, I know they're different because you see them every single day.
Right.
And me going to that football game was an outsider looking in.
Right.
Like I couldn't tell these people. I don't know if that's Jennifer, if that's Becky, if that's whatever. But back when I was in it, I knew because I've seen them every
Right.
day.
There's also that thing where, like whenever you were that age, people your age, like if they were two grades above you, like the seniors to a freshman
Yeah.
look
Right.
like fucking
Oh, yeah.
adults.
Like they're fucking adults,
But
yeah.
once you're an adult, you see a senior, you're like, what? You
Yeah.
pipsqueak. With,
Squeak.
with the rare occasion.
I remember females that I didn't even know went to our school, right? Which we had a big graduating class, right? Big whatever. But that I came into high school with, right? And didn't know they existed at all. But by the time that I was a senior, they like grew into themselves. They got bigger titties. They fucking learned how to put makeup on and all that. And I'm like, where did this person
They
come from?
stop just squiggling it on.
Yeah, where did this person come from? But it was because, like, when they first come in, they probably look like little boys because at that age,
We look like
you
boys.
look weird.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? We're not worried
Yeah.
about sex and fucking, like, appearance and shit.
Plus, finding
know.
yourself is rough anyway.
Oh, it's so rough, man.
Yeah.
I look back at how
rough.
I remember asking a girl one time, I think I was going into being a junior, and I was wearing, I don't know, some fucking
It was the long sleeve shirt under the short sleeve
Yeah.
shirt, which is my shit.
Yeah.
That shit's cool.
But what's not cool is, that's cool, but what's not cool is that I went up to her. We were at like a volleyball game, and I was like, so I'm thinking
It's
like,
like in rave.
yeah, I'm thinking this is gonna be my new style. Do you like it? do you like it? But do you like it? And
Tell me I'm
that's
good.
the
Tell
weird
me I'm
part.
good.
Yeah, is that I went to her and told her, like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be my style.
Yeah,
Do you
looking
like
for
my
approval.
style?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fucking weird part about it. That's the gay part about it. No, I didn't mean it like that, but you know.
How do you
get it.
feel
You get
about possible future Adam?
it.
Yes.
Check me out.
What about this
cuz.
for life? Are
For
you good
life.
with it? I thought you
Man.
were cute as a kid.
I mean,
Even
I hope
with your whole
so.
style and everything,
High school was rough, man.
You-
Oh, like female wise,
right?
it was rough.
See,
too.
at that time, it's more likely, I guess, like, to announce that things are changing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to do this differently now. This is blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now, whenever I do it, it's like, just do it.
Just do it.
Right.
People are like, oh, what's that about?
It was a big
Nah,
deal
it's a
then.
thing I do
because,
now.
Yeah, you were in high school and you're like, this means the world to me.
Yeah, your peer group at that age is just so important. So it's always, oh, what are they gonna think? What are they gonna
What are you
do?
gonna
Like,
think?
But I guess really, like, the last big change I had was I just changed the toothpaste I use.
Adulting.
I don't think I've changed anything since college. Probably.
It's rough, man.
Mm-hmm. My hair's the same. My clothes are the same. Everything's
Man,
been the same
college
for
didn't
like
work
10
for me.
years.
College didn't work at all. I did like 3 years and then I was like, fuck it. Other than the fact that I was doing drugs at the end of it. But
But to make it 3 years and
I
then
know.
just
It was actually technically 3.5 when you look at the time credits and
Mm-hmm.
shit. And then I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to go back to work.
What
It
was
was
your
weird.
style like in college?
It got different. I don't really know. Cargo fucking khaki pants and a fucking, I don't know what I was.
So
I was
now-
that normal ass
Yeah.
college student. Like, but I've
you have
always
to have
like,
a place to put your pens.
yeah. Every time I think about
Never know when I'm
doing
gonna need
something,
more pins.
I always think about like, how am I gonna look doing it? You know what I mean? Like when I went into high school, you know, I was like, oh, if I carry a football around, people will think I'm cool. You know, like I always thought about, you know,
like
how
that.
I'm gonna look from the outside. You know,
Yeah.
people looking at me, and I'm like, I want to be like the football guy with the fucking, you know, whatever, with the jersey on, walking around, so cool.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
I used to think like that, and then I saw myself enough, and then I thought, well, it doesn't matter what I do. I don't really care how I look.
Yeah, I wish I was.
So-
I had like self-esteem issues and stuff. I don't anymore, but it took a while to get out of those.
Yeah.
But I guess we all do when you're
Indeed.
that young. But it was a fun time. I don't care about it, but
Yeah.
it was a fun time.
It was definitely fun.
Yeah.
I don't really remember wondering what, like, at least in school, like other people are thinking about, like, what do I look like while I'm doing this?
Right.
Well, in retrospect, it seems silly because everybody else is so far up their own ass.
Oh, right.
Like, who gives a fuck what you're doing? I'm worried about me.
But I do know that I would specifically, because I wore band shirts and that was it. I didn't do anything
Well,
else.
you gotta rep your music.
But I remember specifically when I would go to like shows, like thinking, okay, what shirt should I wear? Like, what did I wear last time? Because all these same people are gonna be here. So what I wear last time? It's a fucking band shirt. I'm gonna look the same no matter what.
I used to think that. It was like, I don't want to wear this shirt again. I wore this
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
I
But now
wore-
I'm like, fuck it, it's clean.
Yeah, wearing it. I wore that green Less Than Jake shirt.
Hell yeah.
So much. I love that shirt.
Who's
It was
less
great.
than Jake?
You
It's a ska
fucking
band.
bastard.
No, I know.
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
just saying
I was
for
gonna say
people who
we've
don't
listened
know.
to them.
Yeah.
They're a ska band.
I
Are
don't
they
care
still
if you're
around?
listening and don't know who they
Absolutely.
are. You fucking bastards.
Look 'em up.
You
It used
bastards.
to be Rogers the shit.
Less than Jake. Were they? So you say they were a ska band? Mm-hmm. Were you a ska person?
Well, I liked them in Real Big Fish.
They
I
were part
love
of
Real
the
Big Fish.
ska punk revival.
She got me
Yeah.
into Real Big Fish. I'm down
Real
with
Big
that.
Hell
Fish
yeah, the
is
real
the
big
shit.
fish.
They were a good
Yeah.
live show too, man.
Great live show.
I'd go see
Great.
them live every time they came. It's so good.
Yeah,
Wasn't it you guys that told me they're going to be around?
Probably.
yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah. I don't remember when it was. I feel like it's probably past.
I don't ever know who tells me anything.
Man, what's up with Christian music? And you ever
Being
listen to?
shitty and-
Well, they always like it's always sounds sexual. They're always talking about like
Getting on
come
your
on me
knees.
and like come on me, bring your love down in me, and Have you ever noticed that? Anybody
Yes.
listen to
No.
Christian music where it's like
Really?
they're always
I
like,
haven't listened to it. It's
No.
just like
Come
Because I mean, I
inside
haven't
me.
listened to Christian music since Kayla used to drive us around everywhere.
yeah.
Because it would either be her little radio station, based
Well,
on
when-
whatever, or whatever bullshit Christian music was around.
well, when you fucking have time, like just check out a few. Come Inside Me is probably in all the songs.
And
Come
they're
inside.
always getting on their knees, which
Oh,
of course, I mean,
I'm gonna
Dutch
get down on my
prayer,
knees.
but
Yeah.
you could just say it differently.
Yeah, I could assume the prayer position.
Yeah. Yes. I feel like Christian music has made it a point to, because so much stuff is sexualized anymore in our
They just don't know what's
culture.
happening.
Well, it's like they're making it a point specifically to not change their vernacular to
Yeah.
make it less sexual. Because if
Oh,
you
no.
say on your knees, most people are going to think, oh,
Well, because they know sex sells and they're just trying to find the way around it.
yeah, but they're like, no, I'm talking about prayer. Like,
I'm
it's,
talking about
you know,
prayer. It's like
if-
Jesus and God.
If you tell me I can't say, like on Facebook, whenever I would catch all the bans and shit for
Yeah.
like ripping on people,
Yeah.
instead of calling them like a white trash piece of shit fag,
Yeah.
like I would just have to find a way to say, oh well, you're a country turd homo.
Turd.
Turd homo.
So you
Country turd homo.
got to mix it up a little.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because I'm a very childish person when it comes to like sexual innuendos and all that shit. So when I'm in church and then I hear these lines and I'm like, come on, you could have done that different.
What
Yeah.
could we need to name some sexual thing, there's like the rusty trombone and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Something needs to be called a slaw fist.
Slaw fist.
Because I mean
Like,
that's disgusting. Yeah, like slaw.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
You're
I got it.
welcome.
It's you come inside of a chick and then
Yeah.
you finger blast her. And then you have a
That's
slaw fist.
perfect. God,
That
you were
is.
prompt.
I'm fucking on it. I know what it should be called.
Yes.
Brilliant.
I think I've done it before. No, I'm just joking. But that's the slaw fist.
Get out there and slaw fist people,
Done.
everybody.
Slaw fist, put it out there and fucking do it.
Listen to ska while you do it. It'll be a good time.
That should be our first podcast shirt.
Yeah,
Slaw
it's the
fist.
Slaw fist.
Just like this, dripping with fucking
Yeah.
slaw juice. Oh,
You could just have like words dripping down.
Oh, we're doing that. I'm gonna get a shirt just like that. Just
Yes.
drip, drip, drip,
Drip, drip.
drip, drip. No, but that's cool.
Excellent.
I just
You-
wish they would fucking do it different.
Change it.
Yeah, man, 'cause it's so weird. Yeah.
You remember that time in church when they were saying Jesus a whole lot?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I couldn't.
Imagine that.
Well, it was just, they were singing, and
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
just
baby
Jesus, 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 Jesus.
But
and
it came out.
I started hearing Cheez-Its, and
Cheez-Its.
they said it had to be 60 or 70 times. I mean,
Cheez-Its,
no,
Cheez-Its,
no
Cheez-Its,
exaggeration.
Cheez-Its.
So I text him. He was, oh crap, on stage, and I said, "Sweet baby Cheez-Its," and I started laughing. I'm sitting in the
Sweet
pew
baby
alone,
Cheez-Its.
laughing so hard I'm crying.
Oh, yeah, this is the
His
best part.
aunt is sitting a few pews back and thinks I'm having like a
moment with
Yeah.
God.
I mean, she comes up and like is hand on my shoulder,
You were
praying
feeling the
with
spirit.
me. Oh yeah,
Oh,
she said,
yeah.
"I can see you're having a moment. Let me pray with you."
She's
and
laughing because of Cheez-Its.
so I was crying over Cheez-Its, and
But-
she thinks I am connecting with.
I'd like to thank Jesus for these Cheez-Its.
Jesus, Cheez-Its.
So I had to sit there and try and like choke back the laugh and pray.
That was a good one though, man, because they kept going with that shit. And then
had to
I
be
was on
60
stage and I
times.
couldn't. I was just like, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw my aunt come up. Man, she loves like saving people and fucking like being
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
And she come up. I was like, oh no.
It was
Oh,
very
no.
kind of her. I mean, I thought it was very sweet, but it was just, I'm laughing about Cheez-Its, lady.
What
You
if she
can't
was? What
say
if she
that.
was just trying to jack some of your connection to Jesus, though? Like you're having a moment, and she's like, "Oh yeah, let me get some of that."
Yes.
She was like resentful. That
Yeah.
bitch got it and I didn't.
Yeah.
She's like, I was
Oh,
really
I'm gonna
looking
steal
for
it.
that connection
Why,
this
why,
morning.
why won't Jesus be in me?
I'm on my knees every night, just hoping that
On my
Jesus would come
knees,
in me, and
come
he
in
won't.
me,
Well, he would
Jesus.
if Carl would leave.
Fucking
We're definitely
Carl.
going to hell after this podcast. That's for sure. If you weren't
Oh,
before, you
goodness.
are now.
Right?
We definitely
Look.
lost all of our Christian viewers.
There's certainly
All 10 of
a
'em.
difference between beliefs and saying funny things. Just because I
Yeah.
think shit's funny doesn't, make me a bad person. Hopefully people can be objective.
My dad always told me, which I don't know how true it is, but what's the comedian that yells a lot? Sam Kinison.
Sam Kinison.
Was a Pentecostal preacher
Mm-hmm.
before
Yeah.
he did stand-up comedy. And
Yeah.
if you ever hear his comedy, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can tell for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he has a lot of fucking good fucking jokes about Christianity and all that. He's
a very,
fucking genius. man.
was a very passionate man.
Yeah. And that's Pentecostal. We're loud, we're obnoxious, we're, we run around the church, we
Clapping,
yell, we
yelling.
clap.
You're a Pentecostal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Like the snake handling kind?
With the,
We don't
no.
do that no more, but yes.
Pussies.
Pussies. I think they just finally figured out that snakes bite everybody, whether you have the spirit or not. And
Right.
too many people were getting sick and dying
Right.
from these snake bites.
They're like, we keep losing preachers and we
Yeah,
just...
we don't know why.
We can't recruit people fast enough. The snakes are ending them.
There's not enough Pentecostals for this shit. Get rid of the snakes.
I wonder how many people had to die before they did that.
Maybe they
Oh,
should
a lot.
remove one tooth of the snakes,
the
you know? That way, if
Cut it in
you
half.
can maybe get your hand out of the way from like half of its mouth.
They
You're
could
like,
just
"Oh,
not handle snakes.
I don't know if that one was Jesus or me, but somebody's quick.
Oh, goodness.
Could be
Jesus
helpful.
snake.
Jesus snake. Jesus can't be a snake. The devil was a snake.
Mm-hmm.
And that bitch Eve fucked the world up.
You hate women all the way back to the beginning of
No,
biblical times.
okay, so this is
understandable.
something, this is a
Hates
theory
them.
that I had, right? Because I got cheated on a whole lot before I ever got with Sarah. I got cheated on pretty much every relationship, just cheat. Women suck. I fucking hate them. So if on my stand-up and everything, anybody ever wonders why I hate women, there's a reason behind it. I don't hate all women. I'm sure there's good ones out there, but you have to prove it to me. Anyways, my theory is, though,
Sure, they can't wait to prove it to you. The woman hater.
women always talk about like how men are cheaters and assholes and stuff like that, and women are, vice versa, right?
Yeah.
Well, a long time ago, I'm sure there was like, who started this war of shittiness? There was either one shitty woman that fucked over a guy, and then that guy was like, well, fuck it, every relationship from now on, I'm fucking cheating on him, and I'm gonna be a piece of shit, or the other way around, and the guy cheated on the girl, and then you have a vengeful female, and then it just a circle of fucking like, fuck
Just
it, I'm
keep
just gonna
fucking
cheat.
people over.
Well, it's hard to decide.
So it's like a chicken or the egg. Which
Because
one
I mean,
came
in
first?
general, I'd say dudes have more of a drive to
So
cheat.
they probably did it.
But women have more opportunities.
Right.
Oh,
And they
do.
tend to, they marry upwards, so they have successful people with good genes. Dudes are like, well, this is a hole. This'll do.
That's
This'll do.
exactly,
So,
yeah.
women had the opportunity more.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I guess who became shitty first?
I wonder.
became
That's
shitty first?
that's
That's
the
a good
almighty
question.
question: is which one was shitty first? That's my theory. Is
So
that a
what's your
long time
answer?
ago it did. I don't know. It's just it's a mystery that I'll ask God when I get to heaven.
Well,
I'm
what's your
or
answer now?
somewhere. I would say women, just
The
because
women,
that I got you.
Did you not listen to the beginning of that
Were
story?
you not here? Do you need us to go back?
I've never had the opportunity to have sexual relationships with a man, so I would say women. I haven't been cheated on by a man yet.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It's just so silly to me. Like, if you're really that unhappy, just be done with it. Or say, hey, I want an open relationship. I want to fuck someone other than you. Like, I'm not getting what I need.
Yeah, what's
I'm-
the
I mean, it
What-
makes sense, but
what is the
Right.
maybe it's because like Americans, well, people in general like being naughty. They like
Canadians
doing
don't cheat on people.
they do too.
They're too kind.
But it's that I want to do something naughty. I feel like this is wrong, and it's
Yeah,
turning
everybody
me
feels
on,
that. Taboo
right?
is cool.
Yeah, and I think that's what causes the cheating.
I don't get the naughty thing. I don't
Well,
give a
that's
shit.
I just say
Well, because
naughty
you
is
live
in
your life on the wrong side of the tracks and you're going to hell.
yeah.
You don't see it as naughty. It's just life for you.
That's what
That's right.
I think that's why we become
Yeah.
drug addicts and we do bad stuff is because you just want to know. Like you get told forever that hey, this is wrong, this is bad, this is whatever. You want to do it more.
It's just it's part of the aspect of human experience. You have to have the good, you have to have the bad.
Yeah.
you know, and without that, you're always going to have the curiosity. Until
Yeah,
you
what is
satiate that curiosity, then it's like, oh, but what if, you know?
But if you didn't,
And then once you know, you're good.
in the beginning, if you say red pill or blue pill, if you tell them, oh, well, don't take the red pill,
Wait, I
it's
don't
a bad
remember
pill.
which one's which.
I don't either. I've never seen the Matrix.
Oh, I'm just talking about colors. I'm not
Ever.
saying which pill in the Matrix. I'm just saying like red pill or blue pill. If you didn't know if there was a pill or not,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want for it.
Right.
So
Because
if
you
I
don't
didn't tell
understand.
you don't do heroin because heroin's bad,
Yeah.
well, if you never knew about heroin, then you wouldn't have to worry about it. You would just be like, I don't know what that is, so I'm not doing it. So by the time you could do it or you had the means to, you probably wouldn't do it because you weren't educated about it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
The only education you had from the beginning was, this is bad, don't fucking do it.
But if you were never told that it was bad, and then you come across somebody that offers you some,
Oh.
you're only going to
Well-
get their side of the story. So
well-
here, do this heroin. Oh, what is it? Oh, it makes you feel better than anything ever on the planet.
Oh.
That's where education comes into play. If you just provide,
think
no
we
matter
need to
what
educate.
it is,
Yeah.
if you just
Don't demonize it up front.
give people information and let them make their own fucking decisions.
I think we'd be
Indeed.
better off.
Yeah.
And I think, and that's something that Hamilton Morris brought up, is the
Who
fact
the
that,
fuck is that?
oh,
mushroom
motherfucker.
guy.
He's a mushroom guy. He's a fucking...
Oh, is he that asshole with the mushroom hat?
No.
Oh.
That's Paul Stamets. Stamets.
Stamets?
Anyways, fucking Hamilton Morris. He's he does like all the psychedelics and he studies all that shit. He's a
Right.
great guy.
On
His fucking thing was where was I going with that? What did he say? Oh, about drugs. Like the only things that are scheduled and you can't do are the drugs that make you feel good. If you look at the schedule list, it's marijuana, heroin, cocaine. He was saying that there's poisons. There's certain kind of poisons they're readily available. You can poison somebody, but you can't do heroin to make yourself feel better. Or the only drugs that are on the schedule list are things that make you feel good, steroids.
What other uses are there for those poisons? Because you're not allowed to murder, and it's against the
That-
law to
exactly.
commit suicide.
Exactly.
Right. But
What the fuck?
It's exactly.
But it's legal, and you don't see a bunch of people going around poisoning motherfuckers, do you?
Mm-hmm.
So his thought was, if we make them all legal, you have to kind of ease into it at this point because it's been illegal for so long. But if you made it all legal and allowed people to make their own choices and educate them, that you wouldn't have as many drug addicts and all that. I watched a documentary about the guy going in Amsterdam and doing a documentary in Amsterdam, and he had to pay somebody to show him the only fucking crackhead. Because over there, a lot of stuff is
Yes, yeah.
legalized or decriminalized. So they don't have a lot of that, where they're a bunch of drug addicts and shit like that, because they don't, it's not a fucking, oh, put them in the corner, don't talk about them,
Yeah.
fuck them,
So let's help them.
Didn't
They
they
educate.
changed a bunch of their laws, didn't
Oh, yeah.
they? I wonder
Got rid of
if
mushrooms.
their crime has increased at all since they changed their laws
Ooh,
regarding
that'd be something
drugs.
to look into.
I'd like to know their stats.
If any of the viewers know that, let us know.
Yeah, if you know that, give us a call.
Yeah.
Ready for that?
I don't know, though. What's your take on it?
What? I don't know shit about their laws. I didn't know they changed. I assumed they could have everything always.
No, they changed some stuff, which I don't know everything that's illegal now,
Right.
but I know at least the mushrooms they did. That's the only thing I know for sure.
So, I know there is that one country. I don't know. It's in Europe somewhere. I forget the specifics. But, if you're like a heroin addict, they're like, all right, here you
Yep.
go. Here's your dose of heroin for the day.
Yep.
And then they treat them, and then they get people off that way. And it's
think,
counterintuitive, but it
Canada
works.
does it.
I was gonna say I think they do it in Canada, but it's
Vancouver.
it's along the same lines of medicated assisted treatment,
Only
where
they give you
it's
something that's fucking clean and healthy.
yeah, I was gonna say it's regulated, it's monitored, it's watched, it's administered by a professional. You're watched to make sure you don't die.
And heroin is easier to get off of than Suboxone,
And
methadone.
methadone.
It's less detox and all that. It's easier to get off of. And I think it would work better if they did that. give you a clean version of it, a medical grade version.
Listen,
of
we
heroin.
can't even get weed legal here. They're not going to
Oh,
say,
no.
yeah, you can use heroin
People
to
are
get
so
people
fucking
off.
pissed at it too, man. Like they have the needle exchange and they're giving treatments. People are so fucking mad. Well, we got an epidemic on our hands. Like how do you suppose
Well,
we do it,
and
motherfuckers?
even if we didn't, like, there's people are going to use drugs. End of story. So why not keep at least the idea behind it is that you're keeping the community safe. So you're providing clean needles so that, the garbage man doesn't get stuck with a dirty needle. And then it provides you a place to take your needles when you're done.
Well, yeah, but that's if you're looking at the bigger picture. And I'd say the average American doesn't really give a shit about the bigger picture.
Oh,
They
no.
see, oh, well, okay, there are these druggies, and now we're giving them free things for their drugs?
Right.
Fuck
Shit.
that.
If they were all fucking drug addicts, they'd feel differently.
Where are
about
my
it.
free tampons? I didn't ask for
Free
this.
diapers for
Yeah.
my
Hey,
babies.
I still think that shit should be free.
Ridiculous.
There's a lot of things that I think they
It's
can make
expensive.
free.
It would be nice if they would have a cheaper option, per se. But, I didn't ask to shit, but I still have to pay for toilet paper.
Yeah.
Say, or at least for not necessarily everybody, but homeless women. I mean, give them their
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
Give them government assistance for
They're
fucking
homeless.
tampons.
They have leaves around.
Yeah.
A
Now the-
limited supply of leaves.
Terrible.
You can't go
not
too far on
using
this.
leaves for that shit.
You can't go too far on that
Or
that
flowers.
like free stuff because we live in I don't get how I can go to work 40 hours a week, 60 hours a week, whatever, and I never get anything for free. I have to
Right.
pay for it, and actually I have to pay more. I got to pay taxes and I got to buy insurance
Have
for
to
everything I
but
own.
pay for the insurance so
But-
we can have health care.
The people who don't work and want to be pieces of shit,
Mm-hmm.
they get food stamps and government assistance. It makes no sense, and it comes directly out of yours.
Yeah, but
and
they're
yours
also
check.
living pretty shitty.
But yeah, I get that.
Not all of them,
Well,
because
I mean,
some
the
of them.
hustlers don't.
I can say some of
Yeah.
them truly don't need the assistance. They've just
Yeah.
screwed the system,
And then they
those
sell
people
drugs
fucking
on
suck.
top of it, or they hustle in some other way. But I just don't. I don't know. It's abused more than it is used.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So I think
But
that
is it?
Oh,
Yes.
definitely, without a doubt. And I
Yeah.
think
you
If you're-
you just want to be defiant.
No, it's because is it anecdotal evidence or is there data to support
Anecdotal.
what you're saying?
anecdote to live.
Okay.
To,
Because I can live
But-
with that.
Yeah.
this is what I'm just getting at. If you can walk and push your cart and put up a tent and whatever they do as a homeless person, then you're more than capable to go to work like I do. And just get a regular job. If you still want to be homeless, that's cool. But you can go get a job at McDonald's or whatever. And they say, oh, it's not that easy. It kind of is that easy.
Yeah. McDonald's will
you
hire
can find
anybody.
I wonder
Yeah.
how many homeless
just gotta
people
want it.
actually have health insurance and stuff and have
Oh,
food
probably a
stamps.
lot.
Actual homeless living on
actually
the
homeless?
street,
Maybe
I
not.
seriously doubt that many. But
But
you
I
know,
have family members that don't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, they got better health care than I do. They don't pay a fucking dime for health care. And my insurance I pay for every month. But then I can't, there's some things that I can't get. I got to go to certain doctors.
Mm-hmm.
I got to pay fucking premiums and it's fucking crock shit. You hear me?
the thing that sucks the most though is just that the people who truly need the assistance
Yeah.
are turned down because so
Oh,
many
yeah.
people are on it that don't need it.
Remember
It's
that
a
time we
fucking
tried to
problem.
do it right when I got out of prison and they turned us down and I was like, what? We didn't make shit. And I'm like, I've been locked up for a year and some change.
They even when you're released, they give you
Bitches.
the information and say go here and they will help you for it's short term. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be,
Yeah.
like 6 months until you can get on your feet. You can have some assistance for food and they have some bill assistance options and they turn people down.
What about that
Why would
time?
you give me this information?
What about that time I was on the news? Y'all remember that?
Yeah,
About
I
15
do.
minutes of
Awesome.
I
fame?
very vividly remember that
Yeah.
until the
She
day
came
I
in my
died.
room. She was like, "Oh my God, come out here! You come here now." That was the day my friend got secret married to that one chick.
Oh,
Secret
yeah.
married.
Yeah, and
How
I
does
was
that work?
It was awesome. I was the only witness other than an employee of the hotel.
What
They're
was
still
the...
married, right?
No.
No?
They got
No,
that
shut
shit
the
annulled.
fuck up.
Damn.
Shut the fuck up.
No. That's
He-
over.
Didn't he
That's
move
awesome.
to like California and
Oh,
shit?
I moved everywhere.
Yeah.
But
So I don't get
yeah,
it.
so like I was getting dressed for that, and Sarah's like, "Come out here." I'm like, "Secret wedding and Adam's on the news."
Today is the best day.
The best
Oh,
day.
It was a
shit.
weird day, man.
Mom and
Yeah.
Dad were like, "Did you know about this?" I'm like, "Ugh."
Who
I think
is
I played
that?
it well.
I know. What are you talking about?
I think I played off being a piece of shit for a very long time. Like I played it cool, and then I wound up on the news, and then everybody knew, and I'm like, oh fuck, now I can't lie about it.
Face just plastered.
Plastered on the
everywhere.
motherfucking news.
This isn't how I wanted it.
It's still on Google. That sucks
Yeah.
for the wrong reasons.
Yep.
Was
It's
it?
okay.
All
It's
right.
been a good life though.
Let's
It's
see
been
if I can
fun.
find your mug.
Yeah, if you just type in Adam, I don't know because I've done a lot of stuff since then.
Mm-hmm.
But just go to Google Images and type in Adam
I
Ashby.
feel like the last time I looked, it wasn't the very first thing.
It used
when
to be
it
the
used
very
to
first
be
thing,
for
yeah.
several years. It was the very first thing.
Well, there is the option of Adam Ashby Boat Builders.
Boat
That's me.
builders.
You didn't
That's-
And
know?
then there's this hairy-chested dude in a towel.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Ah, there he is.
You
Oh,
see
no,
him?
wait, that's not the... Wait a
No,
minute.
that's my
There's that one.
Oh, that's
parole.
his current one.
But then...
it's my
Yeah,
parole
that's
picture.
the one I remember, boy.
That's
that's
it.
the one.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Aw.
Beautiful.
I remember going to your arraignment, and I had never gone to arraignment before. And I don't know if it was that time or if it was the previous time. And oh, it was that time. Because I asked the sheriff that was in there about it, and I told him your name and everything. And he turned the computer around and had that mugshot up. And he said, "Is this him?" I said, "Oh, he's so cute." And he was like...
This bitch.
I think
What
he
is
said-
wrong with you?
Yeah, he was like, "If that's your prerogative, like, it's
I got some
arraignment
tips
court."
though. I got some tips. If you're ever interrogated, or if you're ever, questioned because you were a part of a crime.
Right.
So when they're questioning you, don't say shit. Don't give nothing up. Act like you're gonna give it to them. Act like you're gonna give it to them. and
Tease
don't.
him with it.
Yeah, because they'll give you like soft drinks and sandwiches, and you're
Chimps.
gonna need to eat up because prison jail sucks. And then you ever so often you can talk them into a cigarette. Be like, "Man, I really like to give this up, but I'm having a nicotine fit. Can you get me?"
Having a nicotine fit.
Don't give them nothing.
I'd really love to be helpful, but man,
No matter what they
just
say,
can't concentrate on the
they're gonna
facts
tell
at
you.
hand.
They're gonna tell you that they're gonna help you, and that they're, if you cooperate, then they'll show up at court for you. They're lying to you.
Yeah.
Don't ever fucking give up
Get a
anything.
they
fucking
are.
lawyer.
Get a lawyer. Say after you're done
Lawyer.
eating your chips and you're drinking your Cokes and smoking your cigarettes, say, "I'd like to get a lawyer now, and I'm very tired. I want to go lay down."
it's like if an
Mhm.
asshole
Just end
kid with like Cheeto hands takes your laptop. You're like,
Yeah.
just give me the laptop.
Yes,
I'll buy you a
yes.
pony, and then we're good.
That's awesome.
I want a pony. You fucking idiot.
But pony. Speaking of asshole kids, I was at Hobby Lobby today, and I gave 2 kids the middle finger in
Yeah.
like 3 minutes, and
I
then
fucking
one
love
of them
that,
came
dude.
back around, and I did it again. And she was very small, like she couldn't speak, and she smiled at me when I did it.
Damn.
It made me so happy.
If you're ever having a day where you're like feeling bad about yourself, or you're down in the dumps or whatever, fucking go anywhere. Go to Kroger, go to Walgreens, go to anywhere, and fucking find a baby that's in a fucking stroller and give that motherfucker the finger.
Yeah.
Fucking give him just the meanest fucking finger you got.
It's so fun.
It'll make you feel so good about yourself.
I try to be
It's no
nice
joke.
to babies
No.
in that
Fuck
sense
that.
because I want them to think, oh, maybe the world's not so bad. Look at that tall guy. He's nice.
I always wish I had, like, when I'm riding by and he's being a little shit hanging out of the stroller fucking with something
Yeah.
and whatever. I always think about, like, walking past him and punching him right in the fucking mouth. And they're like, their parents would never know because half of them, especially if you're at Walmart, they're like worried about something else and they left their kid way over there and
Yeah.
they don't give a shit. Hit them, like, fucking just give them one whack to the mouth and then just keep walking. Just
They'd
keep
never
walking.
know
You know how
any
good
different.
that would feel?
This woman today, I don't
are you
understand.
people?
We hate children. This woman today, I hate this. It's really horrible, in my opinion, and I couldn't imagine ever saying it to a child. she was walking away and her son wasn't following. She said, well, I'm leaving. And which is just the worst
dipped
thing
out
to
on the
say.
kid.
Well, when she stood in line, it didn't even look to see if he was following. She just, fuck it, I'm just going to stand here in line and see if he shows up.
That baby's going to get stolen. That
Yes.
kid's going to get stolen.
It was
for
a
sure.
good minute and a half before she ever turned around to see if he was around. He didn't follow her. He went on by himself.
Damn it, man.
What?
Where was it at?
Hobby Lobby.
Oh, I thought you said it was at Walmart. All the best shit happens at Walmart.
I just couldn't believe it, though.
I stopped at Shell the other day, and there's this lady. She came out with like a little army of kids, and one of them took off running like across the shit, and she stopped him immediately. She's like, "You will not run across that like that."
Yes, get him, mama.
I think my mom beat the shit out of, like, I think she beat the shit out of my brother one time when he was being bad, when we were real small, like little babies.
Yeah.
And she beat him so bad that I knew better than to fuck up. And then she, after that, she would only have to look at us, like give us a look. And we're like, she's about to beat the shit out of us. I seen her beat my brother, and I was like, I don't want to be beat like that. So
I'll let you take it. And
yeah, people need to start whipping their kids and teaching them right from wrong. But parents don't give a fuck anymore. It
It's a
seems
cool
like.
thing. There's an alternative there, because in high school we had this teacher, Miss Bornwasser.
yeah.
Yeah, and she was an English and psychology teacher lady, and she said she raised her kids. She never spanked them. Whenever they would do something, she would just kind of like bop their nose,
Uh-huh.
and they fucking hated it. So they acted
Guarantee it.
right.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It's not always like, I'm going to beat the fear of your mother into you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's just, stop annoying me, Mom.
Yeah, well, and
I'll quit doing that.
Fucking consistency. Like, discipline your kid. Tell them no. Don't, like, scream at them when they're doing something you don't like.
Oh, I know. And don't
that
do
doesn't
that.
do anything except teach them to scream at people when you don't like something.
Don't do the counting thing. Like, I'm going to give you the count of 3. And then you end up at like 4 and 5, and the kid's still not fucking shut
I
the
would
fuck
always
up.
stop on 3.
Really?
It's like, okay, I
Oh,
got
you
2
give
more
it all the way
I
to
got
3.
2 more seconds of fucking off.
Yeah. I'm going to fucking eat it every second I can of this stuff. I like that. But it just, I grew up around people, and it never worked with them, and it never made sense. Why are you going to count to 3? Just tell them to fucking quit now.
Right?
Why
Or
give
if
them
you
the...
actually do count to 3, then follow through with what you say you're going to do.
Yeah.
You can't, you get, no more toys. I'm going to take your toys away. The
And
count of
actually
3,
take it away.
and then just be like, oh, okay.
Don't give it back.
I know I got to 3, but we all say things we don't mean.
I'm sorry I
You
lied.
want a new one?
I think one thing where my parents could have done a little bit better was, like, when they would ground us, like, we'd always be able to talk our way out of it,
Right.
Or we'd
could
always
not.
be able, like, to fucking do something. And I wish that they were more like, nope, and then follow and make the punishments, like, unbearable. You know what I mean?
Actually do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
See, for
Yeah.
the most part, the Rents were pretty good about that. But that one time I got an F in chemistry.
Yeah.
And, they were like, you're grounded all summer. Like 3 days in, they were like, okay, you can
You
go.
just go. Yes.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
That
Damn,
time
dude.
I got hammered and Morgan and Danny Lamb brought me home.
Yeah.
I was grounded for, I think it was
That was awesome.
like a month and a half, something like that.
It was that moment where I was like, all right, I'm good.
Yes. It might have even been 2 months. However long it was very long and excessive, and I was literally grounded the whole time. I couldn't, the first week, I couldn't have anyone over. After that, I think Molly was the only person who could come to the house. We could watch TV. That was it. And it was consistent until the punishment was up. I think they let it go like a week early. They're like, all right, you're good. You've served your time, basically.
I mean, if the
Good
kid's being real
behavior.
good, and acting right, and then doing extra shit around the house and stuff, like, I can see, all right, man, you done well. You worked off your punishment.
There's this dude I work with, Zach. He was talking about like whenever he would he would do like fucked up shit, and like he knew he was going to be in trouble,
Yeah.
so he would go home and he would clean the house. And
Nice.
his mom would come home and she was,
So what'd you do?
"What did you do?"
Yes.
You piece of
Say, "All right, well you did clean the house, so you're
Yes.
okay."
That's awesome. He's like, but I made the bed for you. Everything's nice.
Yes.
Man, I wish I would have thought about that when I was younger. I didn't
He's a
even think
smart
about that.
guy.
Yeah,
He says he grew up
very
like
intelligent.
in the country. I think it was Hart County, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. He You talk about the dumb, dumb like country ass shit that they would do.
Yes.
But I mean, it all sounds fun, and he's a smart guy, so it's like best of both worlds.
Yes. Probably like hanging out with Kenny and Brock, our
Yeah.
cousins.
Yes.
They're fantastic.
I wish. So I texted my dad earlier in the week and said that I wish that I grew up more like deep country.
Yeah.
Because the cool thing about
Who
growing
would
up in
wish
country,
that?
well, because they
We enjoy the things that they do.
yeah, we now have to have like material things to have fun, like buy drums, buy this, buy that, and then you know you can have fun when you're in the city and shit like that. Which we probably could have come up with something when we were younger. We didn't. But in the country, they don't have much of anything. They have what's at their disposal at the time being, you know, tractor or four-wheeler or, you know, make a slip and slide out of fucking trash bags and shit. Like, I feel like you'd be
Which
more
is fun.
inventive. You'd be more creative living in the
Definitely.
country. You know,
Yeah.
there's some things I could live
But
without.
I mean, that
going to the
could that
country.
could come from being poor and
Right.
living in like the suburbs.
Right.
That's true. You have to get creative.
But in the country, you do have a little more freedom.
Yeah,
Because I
man,
mean, if
you
you
can-
fuck something up, it's like
It's all
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
You can blow shit up and
We'll just-
shoot at everything.
just throw it on the pile of other fucked up stuff.
Burn it
we'll
later.
burn it one day. Yeah.
Yeah. Which we got a big ass burn pile in the back. We gotta pick one night and just burn the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should pick the hottest night of the year.
No, we shouldn't.
Yes,
No.
the summer equinox.
No, we should not.
Yeah, and then we should also pray to some like pagan shit. Just
And
see
do
what happens.
mushrooms
Yeah,
and smoke
some
DMT at the
pagan
end of the
shit.
night. Yeah.
pagan out.
You all can do that. I'm not doing that. But I'll hang out. I'll babysit you.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
I'd rather do it in the fall anyway.
Yeah, I don't want to do it on the hottest fucking night.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
I'm not.
just for torture.
It's funny because during the winter when it's like deep winter and I'm like, fuck it, it's cold outside. I want to stay in and fucking turn the heat on and relax and stuff. But when it's hot as shit, you think during the summer, oh, I want to get out. I want to fucking party. I want to fucking go to the lake.
Yeah.
No, I want to
No.
sit inside in the fucking air conditioner
Yeah.
because
And not
it's
sweat my
miserable.
balls
Right?
off.
I'd much rather be out in fall and winter than summer. When summer comes, I don't leave the house unless I absolutely have
And
to.
then now that I have zero, like you know, I can start the car from my room.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm a little more excited. Plus, I work third shift.
Fuck
Yeah.
So
You don't have to deal
I'm
with
not
this
really
shit.
facing the terribleness. But if I am, you know, I can just start it.
Does third shift
72
fuck
when I
you
get
up?
in.
Does third shift like fuck your? I mean, I guess you've been doing it so long
Yeah,
that
no,
it doesn't.
it's perfect for me.
Yeah,
It's all I
it's
wanted
awesome.
growing up because
Really?
you know I like night.
Mm-hmm.
But now if I have to do stuff during the day, I'm like,
Yeah, it's exactly what it's
Yeah.
like.
Do you think you could go to like a first shift job and be okay with it? No,
It's a
it'd be a
fucking
hard
nightmare.
transfer.
I've done it for 3 years, and it's difficult
yeah, I
being
mean,
first shift.
just thinking the transition alone would be horrible
You have to
because
completely.
yeah, because I mean you're getting up at the time I'm getting off work.
Mm-hmm.
You've been doing it for so long. Can you imagine trying to change that?
Yeah,
Because your body's
ooh.
so used to it. Your body has created a human that fucking wakes up,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and goes at that certain time. Can you imagine change? You'd have to change your brain.
I'd be a totally different person.
I don't
that.
think you'd get used to it, honestly. Third shift was fantastic. I'm the same. I like night. I worked it for many, many years, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it just feels perfectly natural.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes I'll wake up before my alarm.
Yeah.
But when I was working like day shift stuff, I never did that.
No, you have to force yourself to get up.
Yeah.
Every day is a struggle to get out of bed. I
did.
wish my job offered third shift.
I did third shift like once or
weird.
twice.
It would be weird.
Once or twice, and it was I don't know. I didn't like it too much. And I've done it like working in the trades. We sometimes do night work, shut down, and stuff like that. And even that, I'm just like, fuck, because they want you to, if it's midweek, they want you to go back to normal shift. And it's like, how could, it's just so
Yeah,
fucked
how are
up.
you supposed to do that?
Yeah, humans, we rely on that, what is it?
Consistency
Yeah,
of
the sleep and shit. And we rely on that. It puts our body in motion, you know. But I don't know, when you fuck that up, dude, it fucks your whole world up. The way you think, the way you act. Like, can you
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
doing that over the course of like 15, 20 years where they fucked it all up all
It's like
the time?
being right-handed and left-handed. You go up your whole life, you're right and right-handed, and now they're like, okay, motherfucker, you're a lefty now.
No
No,
more.
tough as a bee.
What about transition? No transition.
Nope, just
What is
lefty for
life?
life. You're very much a like 9 to 5 type
Oh yeah,
sleeper.
without a
And
doubt.
Just so weird.
I think, I don't know that there's any like evidence to support this, but I feel like people are just born with a certain sleep schedule
Yeah.
already kind of built into them. And that's why some people can do third shift and some people cannot, because, you know,
I don't
it's
think
just...
I could. I wouldn't be able to, man.
I could see that. Because,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, with like school and shit, there were kids that were like, oh, yeah, I fucking love getting up in the morning. This is,
Yeah.
I'm like,
No.
I would feel put off by the world, like, because you don't get to see a lot of people. You're, you know, except for like on the weekends and days off and stuff. But you know, you're up and awake and working and get on the grind when everybody's asleep.
I love
Except
it.
for the people
I
you
know,
work
I
around.
love it too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want some jerky, so I'm just going to go down the street to the store. There's no traffic.
No
there's
traffic,
no line.
nobody in line.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be pretty
For
dope.
people who don't like people, third shift is awesome.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't like people
Yeah.
out there.
mean,
I don't
every-
care for people.
Every once in a while, there's like a beggar outside.
A beggar.
But yeah, I mean, that happens during the day.
Please, sir.
Right.
May I have
But-
another?
You know, I get the joy of turning them away. So.
Aw,
Just-
give them $1. Give them
sometimes
some
I do.
jerky.
If they're cool, I'm
Ooh.
like, yeah, there you go,
Give a
man.
homeless dude
Yeah.
some jerky, bro.
Hell yes. Have a good day, Skippy.
I don't even really like to share jerky with people that I know.
I know, right?
Plus,
Don't
it's
put
so
your hand in the
it's
bag.
so fucking
I'll
expensive.
dump it out
Why
It
is
is
beef jerky
fucking
so
expensive.
expensive? Why is it so expensive?
because you have to find the meat and then you have to put it in the.
Find it. Like, you gotta go searching under rocks and shit.
You know, sometimes that's the only place to find the meat.
that
you
rock meat.
You go to Kroger, the guy's not cutting any. You ran out of bullets, so you can't go catch your own.
Then what are you gonna do? Just throw some money at it and
Yeah,
it's okay.
this is neighbor jerky. I took their firstborn, made him into a snack.
I'm completely out of water and I am parched.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
we're parched. I think that actually concludes
I'm out of water too.
this podcast.
Yeah.
When you're out of drink, you got to go. We appreciate all our listeners. Again, I am your host, Adam Ashby. This is episode motherfucking 7.
Yeah.
Bring it to you live and direct from
Live,
Taylorsville,
baby,
Kentucky.
live.
Cuz.
Live, baby, live.
Sarah Ashby.
Sarah on
Over,
the yeah.
I don't know why I just
And
did that.
Ian Brock,
Sorry.
we
Sorry.
appreciate you listening. Please like and subscribe and leave comments. Let us know what you want to hear us talk about, because sometimes it's hard to come up with shit.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
for
yeah.
listening.
It really is.
Also, go fuck yourself.
Skibbity bop bop.
Ba-da-bop-ga-bow.
Bum, 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 bum.
Wildly uninteresting.